States, through the early 1970s, unemployment had been very low, 3 to 5%.
Oh, hey, what's up, guys? Let's do this damn thing. So I was thinking, I don't take the brand, right? Thinking about the blah 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 brand, and lots of people says, "Uh-oh, he's thinking about branding. He's a corporate sellout whore." Some people don't say that, but some people do. But I was thinking about my branding. Probably gonna change my logo. You know, showing people that I do support Android as fun and all, but who really cares about my Android little character? It doesn't really represent the brand. So look forward to that changing. I'm going to start making a lot more custom thumbnails because I guess the kids are into that nowadays. They want to see a bunch of emojis on the thing. And I did start doing emojis. When I edit the name of my videos, I'll add an emoji at the end. And some of them have actually got more views. Some of them it doesn't matter. But so branding. You know, I am a graphic designer by trade. But it doesn't really I don't really represent that well in my YouTube, my hobby stuff. Just because I like raw, unedited stuff, and the graphic design is heavily edited. Oh man. I was even thinking about branding for the name of this series. It used to be Hell Ride. That was the first name. Inspired by a really famous artist. He would say he was having a hell rider once in a while, and that's where that inspiration comes from. You might have heard of him. His name is Wesley Willis. You might not have. He's the granddaddy of rock and roll. But so that name came in pass. And it's a good name, Hell Ride. But I guess there's a Quentin Tarantino movie that shares the same name. So it's kind of hard to pain in the ass to search for that because everything would be related to the Quentin Tarantino film about motorcycles and motorcycling around. I've never seen the film. I guess I should. You know, check out the competition or whatever. But many episodes have been named Hell Ride. Some of it's even embedded through the editing in there. It says Hell Ride. And then I figured, you know what? It's not such a hell ride. And I changed the name to Fordcast because I thought that was play on words, funny. I am driving a Ford. It is somewhat of a cast, a broadcast, if you will. So I thought that name was suitable, but I don't know. I think Miami Traffic Time, or you know, something in the lines of Miami Traffic would be suitable because it is exactly what it is. And for people that want to search, maybe I'll just make that a tag, you know, Miami Traffic Tag, or a 305 Traffic Report, Cast News, the Miami Traffic Vlog. I don't know. It needs some work. If you have any suggestions, please leave them down below of what I should rename the show to. the show. Like, this is the show to watch. No, this is just me driving. But clever name, catchy title would go a long way. As far as branding, maybe I can do a little prize. The winner gets a shout out video or something like that. Maybe not. Because shout outs should come freely anyways. So if you need a shout out, just drop me a line. I will shout out your channels, because everybody needs to start somewhere, and why not have any help you can get. So yeah, I'm probably most likely gonna change the banner, since there's not much you can change. It's pretty much the banner and your avatar. That's all you can really, or your icon. That's all you can really change in YouTube format. So yeah, I'm gonna change things I can. I'm not gonna worry about things I can't change. I don't know. It seems a little dated now. I might put something even more dated on it to replace the datedness. But when the people look at your main channel page, they might judge. If they're there, they're thinking, do I want to subscribe to this person? They're checking you out. You're doing the things that they do. So for the most part, I'm going to change a little bit of the branding. I'm going to keep the name blah 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 blah, because it's easier that way. I'm just going to change around a couple of little, maybe the name of this, that, and the other. I've been messing around with Reddit. I don't like Reddit. Just as it's like a bunch of snide comments and remarks about any topic, really. That's the experience I've had so far. I'm not saying everyone's experience is the same, but the experience I've had on Reddit has been a negative one thus far. In most of the subreddits, except for the pizza subreddit. I guess I should join things I care about, like Photoshop, Reddit, subreddit, and things like that. Probably a good idea. I don't know why I haven't done that yet. It's mostly cat pics and whatnot. I subscribe to on subreddit so far. But the whole Redditing thing is silly. Karma points is very silly to me. I don't know, the whole giving people money for making a post or the comment seem kind of silly. I guess Facebook is going to do this as well with a tip jar for posts. Which, everything gets messed up when money comes involved. Everything comes with a lot more, I don't know, bitterness to it. Seems like money interferes with, hold on, I have to cough. Pardon moi. A little bit of the sickness shining through. I am sick. But it does seem like whenever there's money involved, it has an impact on the creativity, It has an impact on, the community itself. Like, it becomes more bitter, it seems to me. Well, with my experience anyways. When a company was free, and now they have their hand out, asking for money, people are like, Or the same case with, if the service is, low cost, and then it keeps on gradually going higher and higher costs, I'll tend to get bitter. I don't know. And it's always better when it's free, right? And services are always better when they're free. It seems like these interneters, though, they can't sneeze without collecting a dime. I told people that I'm going to be updating. Well, I'm going to be updating a lot. Might even build my own website. I had one a long minute ago, but like it didn't have much on it. It just had, a couple little links, a little about me. It was pretty garbagey. I would like to be able to find the one that I made a long time ago, like GeoCities site, or man, I made some really bad looking websites. Well, not bad, but amateurish, very minimalist websites, annoying websites, stuff where it's flashing and really gaudy, and seizure-inducing websites. Yeah, I had a couple of those. I had websites that would just crash browsers. I'm sure browsers can handle a lot more now, but back in the early 2000s, websites really couldn't handle too much. Web browsers, that is, couldn't really handle too much. Before the days of Chrome and before Firefox was actually good. Anywhoots. So yeah, this is the things you get to look forward to. I'm gonna build a website just because my social media has become such a monster that it's hard to follow me on everything, because I leave a lot of things out. Like my blogs, I don't really plug those a lot. I don't plug my Pinterest and the other things where you can find me at. I don't really update them too often. But maybe if I had a bigger following, I would try to update them more often. So I'm not blaming lack of followers for not updating these things, because my Twitter's blowing up right now because I've been active on it. So that's good. My Twitter's blowing up. I haven't really been that active on Instagram, which I can't drop the ball on. And it seems like, it's a full-time job just keeping up with social media. Not that it's not fun posting pictures and crap of yourself and what you ate for dinner or whatever. But I don't know. It's when there's too much, maybe I should just kill a couple of accounts, because I think that's the problem. I'm trying to, if they all share, they all played nice together, which a lot of them do. A lot of them, what you can share on Twitter, you can share on this, that, and the other, and vice versa. So a lot of them, you just have to click a bunch of buttons. Like, yeah, I want to share to all my social media. So that's the thing. I just need to figure out a strategy plan for posting. So when something goes to when something I want to post on, let's say, Instagram. When I want to post on Instagram, it automatically goes to my Twitter and my Facebook. But it would also be nice if that went to my, Pinterest and blog. I know that's asking a lot, but I did use Hootsuite for a minute. But for the money that they wanted, it didn't seem like it was worth it. There's a thing with that. My LinkedIn has been blowing up lately. I've been connecting with a lot more YouTubers and content creators and whatnot, and I found that as a useful tool actually to get a hold of content creators for collabs and whatnot. There might be some of that in the works, maybe not, who knows. I just have to stay on top of it. So I don't usually post my LinkedIn that often. I don't really try to plug it. But if you find me, you find me. And if you don't, you don't. On that service. So anywho, yeah, but I'm going to make a website so people can just go to one website, be like, oh, there's all of his links, there's all of his social medias, this is every video he's ever posted on the entire internet, all in one place. It's been a long time coming. It's been needed for a while. Not needed. Is anything needed? Is this video needed? Probably not, but it'll be a lot easier to find me everywhere. People might be able to dox me easier doing this. And that's fine. You know, my real name is out there on the internet for everyone to see. I'm not gonna say it's easy to find, but I used to go by my real name a lot more often than I do. Bob is my real name, but my last name isn't really blah blah blah. I'll just say that much. Or is it, Bobina? Who knows? Anywhoots. Don't dox me, bro. I don't have good credit already, so good luck with that. Let's see. Probably more again. Let's check in with the news. All this talk is making my breath hurt.
All Things Considered is coming up next, followed by On Point at 7. When it comes to taking care of the environment, just how green is Florida? Christine will have that and other stories in the news just ahead. Stay tuned. We're funded by WL.
All right, so that was interesting. This just in. Coming up, Florida, how green is it? That's going to be an interesting thing to listen to. So yeah, Miami traffic sucks, as you guys can see. That's where we're currently at. We're in Miami, driving on the Palmetto Expressway. I watched a video. I didn't watch it, but I saw the title of a video, and it just said something about like LA traffic. So maybe I should just simplify things and stop trying to create all these cutesy names for stuff and just call it what it is. Driving during rush hour Miami traffic. I know that doesn't have the same ring as Fordcast or Hellride, but let's call an orange here, right? I'll put the date behind it and see if I'll geotag it and see if I get more or less views when I exploit my city the way that YouTube intended me to exploit it. So we're going to do that as a social experiment test thing. I'm not expecting the video to go viral. I am expecting maybe a couple more views than I normally get, which isn't bad. I've had Hellrides get, hundreds of views, so Hellrides, that's back in the day. That's what the show was previously called before we changed it, and I don't want to change it too often, so maybe I'll still include in the tags, Hellride, Fordcast, and then just call it what it is in the title. Because tags don't really matter to anyone. You can't really search for tags anymore. It doesn't work that way. It's more about algorithm and whatnot, which sucks. People were exploiting the tag system though, and just putting 12-year-old Tourette stuff in there. You know what a 12-year-old with Tourette's is like. You just say stuff, vagina, but the other word for vagina, they say stuff, and people click on that, and they're like, hey, there's no vagina in this. But anyways, I digress. Here, let's listen to how Florida is green.
$1 billion to try to fight Zika virus. That's $800 million less than what the Obama administration is asking for. The partial funding plan has not been finalized yet, but Florida U.S. Senator Bill Nelson has already come out
I just
against
did a
it.
spitty poo. My video might die here. I'm not sure if we do have enough battery to make it home. We did do a full thing already today. At one point I was doing, what was it? It was Fordcast during the day, during the morning ride, the morning commute, and Hellride during the night one, but it's just all too confusing. So we're just gonna simplify things and call an egg an egg. Like, yeah, this is Miami traffic thing. Miami traffic thing. As you can see, those people out in LA, Miami traffic is so much worse than what you guys are complaining about in LA. Because everything is further apart. And we have more people on the road. I don't know if you can see all the people. It's not like a wide angle lens or anything. But there's a lot of people on the road. And our roads are really crappy. I've never driven in LA, but when I saw the video of them driving in LA, it looked a lot nicer. Some of these roads have been redone recently, but that took years. It's been years in the process. Ever since I was born, anyways, they've been working on this one road. So that should tell you something, guys, about building a giant wall. If we can't get Palmetto built, within a span of 30 years, don't expect a wall anytime soon. Especially a giant one. I know Trump thinks he can build a wall greater than the Great Wall of China. Such a great wall that the greatness just spews out of it. But even if he does, even if he was able to build a giant wall of greatness, people would just dig under that wall, is the realistic thing. Just today they found shitloads of tunnels all throughout California to Mexico. So it's not gonna matter. These are sophisticated tunnels. These are like ones with a ventilation system. So yeah, you can build them, but they'll just dig under it. So yeah, nature always finds a way. Another method they use is they just throw drugs over the wall. You get like a slingshot and just chuck it over the wall and have somebody on the other side to get it. So I don't know how effective a wall would actually be. Here's a no-brainer. If you legalize drugs, there would be no need for them to like try to smuggle drugs from here to there. That would hurt their pocketbook. Just legalize all drugs. That would stop the war on drugs right there. Just put up the white flag and say, all right, we surrender. War on drugs. You beat us, drugs. You win. Are we still doing the war on drugs? Is that still a thing? Are we still spending money on that? Why don't we stop? I hate to get all political on you guys, but I will be making a political video about politics because it is such a joke. 2016, maybe the worst election ever, maybe the best. I don't know. For comedians, yeah, it's definitely the best. But as a country, maybe the worst. We've had a lot of, low moments. talking about presidential pecker sizes, and there's been a lot of low moments. So, but that's what it's become. It's appeal to the lowest common denominator. I can speak words. Denominator. It took me a second to get that out. So look forward to that. Maybe make some of those gameplay videos. Even though I don't think my audience is really into gameplay videos. Maybe that's a little too boring. I don't know. Watching people play video games is a boring thing, but it's also fun in the same sense. It's boring to watch, but it's fun to create. So, I don't know. And like some people are so that bored where watching other people play video games and having a fun time is fun for them. I don't know, maybe. Maybe their parents have grounded them from playing video games. And they're like, man, I really want to play this game, so I'll just watch this guy play a video game. I don't know if that really happens, but either way, the whole gaming spiel thing has played itself out a little bit. Not to say that that's not still very lucrative business deal to like play video games and having millions of subscribers watch you do that, because it still makes money. It's still, people are still cashing in on that. I would love to start a thing where everybody plays together. I don't know what they call them nowadays, guilds or something. I was thinking about picking up, what is that name of the game? Elder Scrolls Online. For the longest time, I saw it for $30 the other weekend, and I didn't take advantage. I should have probably. Maybe I could create a guild on there, but I don't know how the worlds work. When I first heard of the game, they said it's going to be one giant server. I guess that's not true. You couldn't really do one mega server because they have different servers. But that would be cool the time that they can figure that out, where it's just one server and millions of people are on it, because that would be dope as fuck. Except for, bandwidth and lag and all that other stuff that would be make it less dope as fuck. Let's see, today, did I mention what day it is? It's April 21st, 2016. It's a Thursday? I'm going to say Thursday. I'm going to go with Thursday. Sounds like a Thursday. Tomorrow will be Earth Day, so remember to recycle your recyclables and treat the Earth kindly. Maybe go hug a tree tomorrow. That would be nice. Earth would appreciate that. Just be nice to the Earth for one day. It does support your life. If without it, you would not have a home. It's your home planet, if you will. Except for you aliens. We know you're out there. So yeah, just treat the Earth nice and be nice to the Earth. Even if you are from not of this Earth. This is your temporary home, so treat it nicely. Anywhoots, so yeah, I'm gonna do the website, fix my not fix it, it's not broken. My branding's not broken. It's just needs an overhaul, really. You didn't need to unify it. So the same icon I'm using on Twitter is the same icon I use everywhere. And and just make it all one brand. So people have that brand recognition. They see it on Twitter, they see it on YouTube, they see it on Facebook, and they know, hey, that's Bob Blah Blah Slob. That's his stuff. I don't know. Using my real name is just it's too easy for all these little 12-year-old script kiddies. So I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go there. But, yeah, I'll do what I can. Within reason. I'm not going to purchase a domain name. Not yet. Maybe when that'll be our first goal on Patreon is enough support to purchase a domain name. I know it's not a lot of money, but the little money I do get, it's got to go to my top priorities, which is my fam. Shout out to all the fam. You know, gotta pay them bills, gotta do that stuff. But if I have throwaway money, like for Patreon or whatever, if people start supporting me on YouTube, then that's where it'll go. Also, I promise people to up my coverage, so I'll be able to live broadcast from anywhere and do a lot more Facebook live broadcasts / YouTube live broadcasts, because right now I have 3G and the broadcasts just don't, there's just not enough bandwidth to do a broadcast with. But when YouTube does their mobile app, I'll test it out and see if it can support the 3G. I doubt it. So you expect a lot more live stuff if we do meet that goal. I have to put the goals on Patreon and re-edit my Patreon. It shouldn't cost a lot though. I think it's like maybe $10 a month for a domain name and hosting, and what's the other one? The bandwidth thing would be a little bit more. I think it's also like $10 a month though, what it comes down to being. So yeah, for $20 a month, we could do a lot with building the Bob Blah 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 empire. And if you want to support Bob Blah 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 empire, you can just go to our Patreon. I'm already talking like that R. I'm sorry about that. Go to my Patreon and support me, or just click the support link on any of my YouTube videos. Go to my main channel, click support. I get most of that monies from there. That might actually be better than Patreon. I haven't looked at the rates and all that for Patreon yet. But I will. If Patreon's worth it, then I'll just do a Patreon, but it probably isn't. It probably takes more money than what Google actually takes, which isn't a lot. I might just do that route. And that's easier, because I don't have to set anything up. It just automatically goes where it needs to go. But we'll see. So yeah, definitely look forward to a website in the near future. I'm not saying the near future, but within 2016, look for a website. I'll let you know. I'll link you guys to it, show you what we've built. Even though it's gonna have a stupid name, like it's probably like I'll do it through Wix or the other one, Weebly. So if you're listening to Weebly or Wix or Squarespace and you want some free plugs on a content creator's YouTube, maybe we can make a deal. Maybe I do a couple commercials or whatever, and we can you can work something out. Because yeah, website is very key to link everything together. You can do it other ways, you know, but it's easier. If they're on the website, they can just click, oh, I have this service. I want to follow them on there too, and whatnot. It's very convenient. I guess I could do it on my blog, and I don't know why I haven't. But that's what I'm talking about with branding. Everything just should be there for whoever wants to see it. I've seen it on people's banners, but I don't know if they actually click or what's going on with that. But that's fun. And through cards, you can also click links now through the cards, and you can be like, oh, check out this card. It's a link to Facebook. I don't really want a lot of people hitting me up on Facebook, though. I might leave that one out. I do use Facebook from time to time for business purposes. Maybe I'll just make a fan page or whatever. It's so impersonal. Fan pages suck. But you gotta do what you gotta do, right? And yeah, so I'll probably make a fan page or whatever. Because being a person's too personable. And I don't need script kiddies following me around doing their script kiddie stuff. What else? What else is going down? So we're still in Miami traffic. Suck it, LA. This is worse. Suck it. We have the worst traffic ever. You guys just can't complain about shit. Normally this ride without traffic takes about a half hour. But with the traffic situation, this ride will take, sometimes 2 hours. So beat that, LA. Beat that. I don't know the exact miles. Well, I could probably figure it out. But let's see. Do I have my phone? Let's figure out the exact miles while I'm driving, because that's always a great idea. This guy in front of me is looking at in his rear view. He's wondering why I'm talking to myself. But he doesn't realize I'm not really talking to myself. I'm talking to you guys. Let's see. Oh, am I checking my email right now? What's going on? Yeah, I was going to check the mileage. But that's really not important. It's a lot of miles, guys. I guess. Let me not guess. Let me just do the mathematicals. Alright, so we're not even halfway there yet. Let's see. Home. So yeah, I was gonna guess a lot less than what it really is. It is 35 miles. So I don't know what that math is. But without traffic, maybe I was fibbing a little bit. Yeah, but without traffic, it's about 30 minutes. As if nobody's on the road. And you're breaking the law a little bit. You're just bending the law, if you will. With the speed limits and all that. I'm not saying you can get there 30 minutes without the speed limits. I've never tried to abide by the speed limits if nobody's on the road. But if you watch the earlier videos, some of them, I don't know if I got any of them good. But when I leave late, around 12 o'clock at night, ish, because I was on the night shift, and that was very nice. It was very convenient for everybody involved. So yeah, that time you can get, if it's not a half hour, it's like 40 minutes tops. You know, it's not that bad. But you know, with this situation, it's a little worse. And this isn't the worst of things. This is, I don't know, not the worst commute. There are commutes that take forever, but they're usually, you know, 100 jillion miles, and that's why they take forever. This is a 35-mile commute, so what is that, 70 miles a day? So that's pretty bad. That's not great. So that's the thing. We were calling it Hell Ride before this commute, though, so that wasn't the reasoning for the Hell Ride branding. It was just a thing that I thought was funny and like an inside joke type thing. So yeah, we're not dedicated to any of the names. We'll call it whatever it is. If you do have any suggestions for a name, just let me know. I will change it. If you came up with a better name than I did, it's possible. As far as naming stuff, I'm not very good at the branding in that area of branding. I'm more visually good with branding, like looking at something and labeling to see if that's appealing. And you might look at my banner and be like, hey, that's not appealing. Why would you use that? I was just throwing a bunch of things on top of each other. I made that on my phone. I thought it was funny. That's why I do a lot of the stuff that I do. But yeah, we're going to change all that. We're going to make it less funny and more serious. We're going to be a lot more serious around here, around these parts. Here's another area where the traffic is really slow. This is the exit for Miami Zoo, or Zoo Miami. It always seems to be very congested here. What else did we have to say about all that? Not much. Tomorrow's Friday. It's Earth Day. It's Passover. So, don't eat or drink if you're Jewish. Alright, let's listen to some of this new stuff.
After the blessing, he was more calm. He said he would call again the next day to talk with me. I could hear his pain.
For the next 18 years, Atze Schmidt answered the phone. I felt some of the things you're feeling, she said to people, and I'm here to listen. For a lot of people, that was enough. Atze Schmidt is 72 years old now. She had to shut down the hotline in 2008 because she's going blind. The same year, the Greenlandic government started a professional hotline. And Atze Schmidt says people do talk about suicide more openly now. You talk to a lot of people, thousands of people. If you had to guess what the main reasons are that people feel suicidal and lonely and sad, what do you think?
Love, because some people got a lot of love when they were child, but some people didn't get enough love. So these people, when they meet their partner, they think that he is the world, he is the only one who will ever love them. And when they break up, people feel that their life is over.
Atze says maybe I was giving them a little love. Love, it's just another way of saying connection, support, the things we all want and need. The things that were destroyed for so many people when Kengik was closed. When a community is disrupted like that, families start to buckle. alcoholism goes up, child neglect increases, people don't get the love and attention they deserve. These are risk factors for suicide. And then there's something deeper. People lose their identity when their culture, in this case Inuit culture, is demonized and broken down. A lot of young people end up feeling cut off from the old generation, but not really part of the new one. The whole complicated mess is why, for decades, Greenland has had one of the highest suicide rates in the world, and why it's still high today. At this point, everyone in Greenland, and this was something I heard over and over, everyone knows someone who's killed themselves. And about half of Greenlanders say they've considered it. But that last part, I keep thinking about it because it means that for every person who's died, many more considered suicide and didn't do it. They survived, probably because people helped them. Which means even though suicide is a huge, complicated problem that's going to take decades to fix, individual people, the Atze Schmidts and the Ander Paulsons of the world, they can do something to help. Little heroes in the middle of an enormous mess. Tomorrow, we'll hear about people in one town who are personally trying to save the lives of the next generation. For NPR News, I'm Rebecca Hersher.
Rebecca Hersher is NPR's Above the Fray Fellow. The fellowship is sponsored by the John Alexander Project, which supports reporting from undercovered parts of the world.
All right, this just in. Don't kill yourself. It's not worth it. Somebody out there does love you. Yeah, that was a pretty dark little segment we happened upon. I guess in Greenland, suicide's an issue. I guess everywhere suicide's an issue, but I guess they have it real bad over there right now. So if you just show a little love to Greenland on Earth Day. They're part of the Earth. Yeah, that'd be nice. Oh, see, that's what I need, Squarespace. I knew people that worked over there, actually. And I should have asked them to hook me up with... I don't think I have a big enough following yet, though, to get all those kinds of deals. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I should make some connections on LinkedIn for Squarespace and all those other guys. Like, hey, you with advertising? Cool, advertising. Hook up with the... Oh! Uh-huh. Yep. Alright, so, yep. I don't know what I'm doing anymore, so we're just gonna call it wraps. I'll wait until I get off the exit, and then we'll call it wraps. Because then it'll be the full... I can't believe my camera lasted this long, actually. The camera actually lasts an okay time. I was thinking about getting a battery extender, but I don't think I kind of need it. Because if I don't bring the charger, I can get on a full charge, a full commute, and sometimes back depending on what time of the day I leave. If I left at 5:30, there's no way I would have been able to get the full commute back. But this time I did get a full commute back. I did leave a little later. I left at like 6-ish. As you can see, this road is still under construction. And it probably always will be. The future plans are we're going to be moving though. So maybe that will help with the commuting situation. Go to new schools and new commuting areas. Who knows though? Who knows what the future has in store? Nobody really. Unless you're a psychic and then like a real psychic. Sees visions of the future. I don't really think that's real though. I had some dreams, you know. That was the closest I can relate is having like a deja vu dream where you like, man, I seen this in a dream and now it's a reality thing. Isn't that weird? But nothing like significant. No, like, this was like the dumbest moments ever. Waiting in line in a grocery store. Like, oh yeah, I dreamt about this like a week ago. So I don't know how your brain does that, or fools you into doing that, or how that works. The whole deja vu thing. But I'm sure there's a gimmick in there somewhere. It's a scam. It's a trap. Yeah. Anywho, well, thanks for watching and yada yada yada. Be kind to each other. Support each other in what they want to do. Yeah. Just love your brother and whatnot, and all that other stuff that people tell you to do. Be nice. It helps. It helps. You know, if you're always nasty and mean, yeah, you'll get a lot further with sugar, I'm sure. So, just be nice. That's my advice for today. Just be nice. As always, I love everyone that's watched this video. You are a very special person. Thanks for watching. And, yeah, peace out.